Thousands of people packing into Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow for the replay of the All-Ireland Minor Football Championship final between Laois and Dublin. Huge crowds coming, still almost 20 minutes away from throw-in, as the brass band on the far side, the marching band, strike up for another tune. The stand beginning to fill up, that well sold out before the game, but on the terrace sides of the field, the people coming in their thousands. The drawn game a couple of weeks ago at Croke Park was a thriller. Laois coming back in the second half to take the lead, Dublin coming on to take the lead, and Laois eventually grabbing a draw with David Murphy the substitute, getting the all-important equaliser. Dublin had a chance to win, so also at Laois. A draw was a fair result in the day. The last 2 weeks have been spent preparing both teams what should be another classic game. Grey clouds gathering over Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. We hope the rain stays away, and certainly looking forward to a thrilling All-Ireland Minor Football replay. And now here come Laois, led out by Captain Craig Rogers, hoping to make it third time lucky against the Dubs, beating the Leinster final, drawing the last day out, yet to record a victory and yet to have silverware to bring home. Huge ovation from them, one of the biggest Laois followings we've seen at probably at a minor game ever at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. And the Laois team, their manager Sean Dempsey, racing across the middle of the field, wants to get his team warmed up and hoping to bring back the third All-Ireland minor title to the county inside 8 years. The crowd showing their appreciation for them, and what an atmosphere it is. And again a huge Laois crowd on the far side as they chase back and forward, warming up the limbs, getting the tension out of the muscles, getting themselves ready for this, what is a huge task for an under 18 team to try and win an All-Ireland title. But two Laois teams have done it within the past 10 years, 96 and 97, just coming short in 98, and now this team with a chance to put their names into the history books as well. The Laois team will line out with Conor Gorman in goal, Cahir Healy, another outstanding game for Port Laois in the senior hurling final last weekend, Cathal Ryan and Rory Stapleton, Peter O'Leary, Colin Begley and Niall Donoghue. Centre of the field is Brendan Quigley and Craig Rogers the captain. Half forward line, Chris Bergen, Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's and Peter McNulty, and full forward line, Michael Tierney, Donny Brennan and Colin Kelly of Stradbally. Having a few words with him.
And we also extend a very warm welcome to all the supporters.
Craig Rogers, the Laois captain, Cian Clear, the captain of Dublin.
Now a call to Laois will line out as selected on your programme. Dublin shows two changes. At right half back, Donnacha Riley is not playing, but coming in wearing number 17 is Kieran Murta. Also the other change on the Dublin team.
The Dublin team shows two changes from that announced earlier in the week. Donnacha O'Reilly, number 5, is replaced by Kieran Murta. But Aidan Rehelan, who has been one of the top scorers in the championship this year, he will not start, and he's replaced at corner forward by John O'Hara. The Dublin team is in goal, Kieran Walsh. Aidan Downs, Cian Clear, the captain, and Willie Lowry. Kieran Murton now wearing number 17 at wing half back. Gerard Brennan and Ian Ward. Brendan Phelan and Big John Coughlin in the centre of the field. Mark Vaughan, Barry Kennedy and Ger O'Mara, the half forward line. And full forward line now of John O'Hara, Kevin Leahy and Francis Fitzgerald. Well, the team start off in their pre-match parade. Different atmosphere than the last day. And they just got straight stuck into it at Croke Park. Now it's the main event at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. Yes, indeed, Rathana, Martin Band from Boris and Carlow leading the team along in the pre-match parade. And I can tell you it's a wonderful atmosphere at Dr. Cullen Park. The first All-Ireland final I've ever been here. And we're not to see packed stadium. The terrace is all around me. The stand on the far side. And a huge, great atmosphere. The band's passing in front of us now, and you can hear the atmosphere, the clapping and the cheers of the crowd. Both Laois and Dublin supporters here in their thousands on the prospect of a Trinity Minor final. Now I can tell you that Dublin have made two changes from the side of the programme, and that's Kieran Murton coming in at right half back against Dominic O'Reilly. But the most significant change is Aidan Rehelan, who wasn't so impressive against Laois the last day, but was one of the top scorers, in fact the top scorer in the championship this year. He's not playing a corner forward, and he's replaced by John O'Hara, who was impressive when he came on as a sub the last day. Laois, on the other hand, well, they line out as selected, and that means that Colin Kelly of St. Joseph centre half forward, Donny Brennan at full, Colin Kelly of Strawberry on the corner. The Laois team is in goal: Conor Gorman, Cahal Heaney, Cathal Ryan, Rory Stapleton, Peter O'Leary, Colin Begley and Niall Donoghue, Brendan Quigley and Craig Rogers in the centre of the field, Chris Bergen, Colin Kelly of St. Joseph and Peter McNulty, and the full forward line of Michael Tierney, Donny Brennan and Colin Kelly. As you can hear there, there's a huge crowd at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. We could be in for a thrilling game. We hope the wind won't spite it. Great clouds overhead. We hope we won't have rain. The wind is blowing from left to right. That's into the dressing room end of the ground at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. It's quite significant, and it could well play a major part in the game, Becca. Sound okay. There will be now in a second, I say, yeah. silence over there before the match for the late Sean Brennan. Referee Michael Hughes from Tyrone in the centre of the field, ready to get this game underway. Hear the roar of the crowd. He's looking at his watch, he's checking to see that everything is in order. He throws it in, the minor football final is underway. Bit of pulling in the middle of the field, that time from Laois midfielder Brendan Quigley, and the first free of the game awarded to Dublin in the centre of the field. Kicked on in through, quickly taken free, down towards the number 17 Kieran Murtagh. Dublin on the attack, long ball forward. Laois full back is out toward first, that's a important one, Cathal Ryan, and delivers the ball out to Brendan Quigley. Quigley now, about 30 metres from his own goal, little chip across the middle, taken by wing half back, that's Niall Donnachar. Donachar's held and pulled and dragged, and the free will be to Laois, about 35 metres out from their own goal. We said earlier, it's an absolutely huge attendance here at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. I'm looking outside, the crowd is still coming in, a couple of minutes late getting underway. Peter McNulty goes in diving down for this one, but Dublin are there, and one of the real danger men, Mark Vaughan, drills it down along the sideline. Back covering there for Laois is Rory Stapleton from Malinock. He missed it, he went back and he picked it straight off the ground. Little bit of jitters there from Rory Stapleton in the opening seconds of the game. Just a minute gone, the free is to Dublin. Right on this side of the field. Will it be Mark Vaughan that will take it? He'll leave it again. Is it a midfielder? Big man coming across off the team, of course, Aidan Rehellan, one of the stars of the year, one of the top scorers in the country, but it's free right on the sideline, 40 metres out on the terrace side of the field. An important one. The wind is against him, I'd say, from this corner. Kicking with his left boot, he drills it in, the centre half forward, Barry Kennedy. That's a mighty kick and it's over the bar. Dublin draw first blood, a minute and a half into the game, and the Barry Kennedy with a mighty kick, perfectly judged against the breeze blowing down to that corner, and from the free he gives Dublin the opening score. An important strike for Dublin, but remember they're playing with as strong as the breezes in this opening half. Kick out for Laois will be taken by Conor Gorman, a man who has kept them in the championship so many occasions this year, against Kerry in the semi-final and against Dublin the last day with brilliant saves. Kicks this one against the breeze, it's a long one, it drops in the middle of the field, but it's caught by Dublin and by the centre half back Jerry Brennan. Brennan gives it back to the number 17 who's Kieran Murtagh. Murtagh comes on, Chris Bergen in pursuit, knocks the ball away from, good work by him. Nervous moments, the ball across the far side, taken for Laois by Brendan Quigley. Quigley in his hands, a ball knocked away from, three Dublin men converged on him. It's Ger O'Mara, back to his centre half back Jerry Brennan. Brennan turning, twisting with the ball, gives it out along the side. Big John Coughlin, Dublin trying to force the way forward. That's a good pass forward from Coughlin. Kick across the middle, in around the square. This is a dangerous one. The goalkeeper takes it cleanly on his chest, and coming out of it, he's challenged by a Dublin player. He kicks the ball straight out over the sideline, far side of the field. No, the wind held it up. It dropped short of the line. One back by Dublin by John Coughlin again. This is good football from Dublin, and a foul committed by Chris Bergen as he was coming in from behind. Bergen committing the foul, free in is to Dublin, and a chance for them to go 2 points up. This is an easy one, 35 metres out. Is it the full forward? Kevin Leahy, I think, as Kevin Leahy on the far side of the field will take this one about 35 metres out, right footed kick. Dublin putting on all the pressure in the opening minutes, just 3 minutes gone and a few seconds. The chance for full forward Kevin Leahy. Silence around the ground. Good sportsmanship. Kicks it high, but kicks it to the right and wide. But I said it was an easy one, and it certainly looked it from here. He had the wind directly behind him, and he kicked it straight. But unfortunately for him, unfortunately for Laois, the ball goes wide. The free out, the kick out will be to Laois. Conor Gorman from Clonaslees Malmans had a huge game. Won the save of the year on the RT television programme Breaking Ball against all of the senior goalkeepers in the land, and he kicks out this one. Players coming in a little past the middle of the field. I know it's not going to go that far against the strong breeze. It's still a good kick, but it only drops in the 45 metre line, high in the air. Up goes Brendan Quigley, breaks the ball down, taken by Craig Rogers. Rogers slips back on his feet. Dublin are fighting in packs for this. A lovely ball across the middle of McNulty. McNulty now turns and goes on the run. He gives it across to Niall Donnachar. Donnachar now up on this side of the field. A lovely kick across the middle, but it goes straight to the centre half back Jerry Brennan, tailing across. Dublin coming out of it. Jerry Brennan again, low along the ground, down to John O'Hara, the man wearing number 18, coming into the side in the last moment. O'Hara's 45 metres out, took too much out of the ball and fouls the ball, and the free for Laois will be on their own 45 metre line. Well, it's a pacey start to the game, particularly from Dublin. 4.5 minutes gone. They lead by a single point, have missed a scoring chance as well. But this breeze is highly significant, And Laois will be hoping to just to contain Dublin, I'd say, in the opening half. Craig Rogers takes the free, hoists a high one forward, up goes Tierney, breaks the ball down, taken by Chris Bergen, inside of he is big Colin Kelly. Kelly takes the ball on the far side, looking for support, kicks it across the middle, lovely ball across inside, and Peter McDonald's there with a shot. Oh! Tony Brennan! Tony Brennan finishing the ball for Laois. Lovely ball, Colin Kelly giving it across, inside of Peter McNulty. But the goal is Tony Brennan's, and what a start for Laois in the opening attack of the game. Tony Brennan finding the back of the net. 5.5 minutes gone, and surely that's what Laois needed. The free was from Craig Rogers, up along the wing to Colin Kelly. He had a lovely cross inside. Peter McNulty was there to break the ball down. Tony Brennan won it, flashed it at the back of the net. Dublin back on the attack from the kick out, but the ball goes straight out over the sideline. Well, Tony Brennan was so impressive at full forward against the threat that is Cian Clear, the Dublin captain, in the drawn game in Croke Park. The little man from Arles, Killeen, and opening with a goal. Craig Rogers takes the ball from the sideline kick, wins it, he wins it free as well. Laois have settled. That goal would settle any team. A lovely ball up along the wing, but no, Craig Rogers trying to place it for Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's, but the ball goes out over the sideline. Inside is taken to Brendan Phelan from Dublin. He chips it forward. Down along the wing, the corner forward, Francis Fitzgerald is there. He came on as a sub the last day. Fitzgerald retained his place then, kicks a long ball across the middle. This is a dangerous one, but Conor Gorman is out to it. He had to reach high and way out from his line, 20 metres out. He too kicks it out over the sideline on the far side of the field. Well, a great start by both sides, and what a goal for Laois on their first attack after 5.5 minutes of play, with 6.5 minutes played at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. Sideline ball is to Dublin on the far side of the field. Ian Ward crosses it in, up the goal side, a great catch by Francis Fitzgerald. He wins the ball and kicks it high and kicks it over the bar, breaking the ball down for the full forward Kevin Leahy, and Kevin Leahy with a point narrows the gap. Dublin 2, Laois that goal, and Kevin Leahy taking the breakdown. A high ball across, the Laois defence didn't deal with it. Francis Fitzgerald was there, and Fitzgerald's ball coming straight down to Leahy, and Leahy puts it over the bar. We've just 7 minutes gone in this All-Ireland Minor Football Championship final replay. A game that so far is living up to expectations. Player down injured, looks like a Laois player, a couple of players standing in front of me and him, but attention being given, and looking around to see who it is. It could be the Laois full back. Oh, he's on his feet all right. It's the Laois wing half back, I think, Niall Donacher. But what a start. Barry Kennedy opening the scoring from a very acute free against the breeze. This side of the field for only a minute and a half. Dublin had another chance. Kevin Leahy kicking it wide from 35 metres out, but then the goal from Tony Brennan for Laois. A goal for Laois, 2 points for Dublin. Just 8 minutes gone now in the opening half. Great singing all around the ground. What an atmosphere. Dr. Cullen Park hasn't seen anything like it for a long time. The ball is broken down in the middle. Dublin win the break. It's Kieran Murta. Kieran Murta hops the ball, wins himself a free, and the free for Dublin will be between the 45 and 65 metre line. Coming out to take it, big man Mark Vaughan, still has the white hair. International underage soccer player is Vaughan. Taking a few steps back, but the referee tells him to go back a bit farther. But he'd feel cut off by Peter McNulty, and he back to Cahir Healy, and Healy up the wing for Colin Kelly. This is better football than Colin Kelly today. Gives a lovely ball forward. It's taken on the run by Niall, corner back, Rory Stapleton. Stapleton chips it forward, but the ball couldn't work out for Laois yet. Trying to reach for his head was Winnie Lowry, the Dublin corner back, but all he can do is force it out over the end line, and this 45 metre free will be to Laois. Good football again by Laois. Rory Stapleton coming forward. His pass wasn't the best, but the pressure was applied inside by Michael Tierney, and he forcing the Dublin man to kick the ball out over the end line. Coming out to take it is Colin Kelly. That's Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's. This will test him against the breeze. It's blowing straight into his face. He's a little to the left of the post. Against the breeze, a Dublin player with the hands up inside. Laois forwards running all around the place, trying to make room for themselves. Chris Bergen under a bit of pressure with his marker. Kelly kicks the ball, had the distance, but hadn't the accuracy, and it goes out to the left and wide from a 45 metre free. Bangers go off. We're near Halloween. But the bangers go off around the ground. The kick out will be to Dublin. Kieran Walsh, the goalkeeper, from Thomas Davis. Huge Dublin crowd behind him. That seems to be the Hill 16 end of Dr. Cullen Park today. Up to go this end. Brendan Quigley punches the ball down. Chris Bergen is after it. Bergen goes down. He's tackled by Ian Ward. tries to get away from Ward, holding onto him, chips it up along the wing for Donny Brennan. Brennan takes the ball and takes on the full back. It's still Donny Brennan, drops to the ground, tries to throws it, go by Keane again, back onto his left boot, tricking with the ball, kicks it across the face of the goal. It didn't go across the face of it, it just went out to the right and wide. Laois' second wide of the day. Second wide of the day for Laois, and he was doing everything. The full back inside now, both players looking at it, looks like they're doing a waltz inside. The full back, Keane clear, and Donny Brennan. Brennan's a smaller man, and he's a smaller partner in this waltz that's going on. A bit of pushing now as the ball is kicked out, up into the middle of the field. Quigley goes highest, is taken there by Brendan Phelan, the midfielder for Dublin. Phelan, straight down along the middle, and well held by the John O'Hara. O'Hara wearing number 18 going forward. He has to help inside. He gives it into his full forward, Kevin Lee. Lee's bottled up, gets the kick in, but puts it over the bar. Kevin Lee, his second point of the game. He had the room, he also had the support, and the sides are level. We have 11 minutes gone in this opening half, and Dublin with their third point of the game. The sides are level at 3 points to that goal. Kevin Lee scored 4 points in the drawn game, and a player that Laois will certainly have to watch. And the Laois full back, Cathal Ryan, certainly has his hands full. Have to be tighter. The kick out comes from Conor Gorman. It's a good one. Drops 65 metres out. The ball will break through Laois, but is won back by Dublin. And John Coxon, our midfielder, he gives it to Brendan Phelan. Phelan low on the ground to John O'Hara. O'Hara again taking on Stapleton. Stapleton is in trouble. O'Hara going forward, a speedy player, gives it inside to Leahy, the full forward, back out to Vaughan. Vaughan goes for the lead and puts it over the bar. That's good football by Dublin, opening up the Laois defence. And Laois, as they will just have to be tighter. A point lead now for Dublin, but Dublin opening up the Laois defence, taking them on, moving the ball down along the middle, and Rory Stapleton at the moment is being cut for a little bit of pace with his John O'Hara, a new player in the starting Dublin lineup. Stopwatch says we've 12 minutes gone in the opening half. The ball went so high that time it cleared the wire at the back and way out over the terracing. A new one comes in from the sideline. Conor Gorman places it right in front of his post. Laois not getting the breaks in the middle of the field at the moment. Brendan Quigley's going high, but Dublin are picking up the loose ball. Have to work harder. The kick out comes from Conor Gorman. Drops away up along the middle of the field. Taken again by Dublin, the breaking ball by John Coughlin, and delivers it forward for Barry Kennedy. Tipping the ball on his toe, holding it out is the midfielder Brendan Phelan. Back outside, his centre half back, Jerry Brennan. Laois pressure being applied by Brendan Quigley and Peter McNulty, and forcing the ball out over the sideline. But the pressure is on Laois. Players exchanging pleasantries as they pass by each other on the field from opposing sides. The sideline ball. Rory Stapleton will take it. Just about 30 metres out from his own end line. Drills it up along the field. Craig Rogers breaks it down. There is Peter McNulty. McNulty gives it to his centre half back. That's Colin Begley, and Begley to Quigley, and Quigley's away on his bike, but there's two Dublin lads on faster bikes behind him. He kicks a huge ball inside. Donny Brennan's in there. Charles is Chris Bergen. Bergen tries to break the ball down. He goes to the goalkeeper Kieran Walsh. Walsh outside to his full back Keane Clear, and Clear drills it on down the far side. Way out there is Francis Fitzgerald, the corner forward. But again, great interception by one of the Laois ones so far. Peter O'Leary it was, doing so very well, but then committing the foul was Brendan Quigley. But O'Leary was right, chasing his man, got the hand and knocked away the ball. Across to this side of the field, quickly taken free. Dublin in pursuit. It's their midfielder Brendan Phelan. Phelan tackled by Rory Stapleton. Tries to go by Stapleton. Tips it on his toe. Chips it on inside. Cahir Healy's back there. Healy, my man of the match in last Sunday's county hurling final. Only 16 years of age. Reaching after this one. The ball runs away from him. Dublin player tackled by Peter McNulty. Strongly gives it back inside to Kieran Murta. Murta to the midfielder John Coughlin. Coughlin for the score, but it's taken under the post. A great catch inside by Conor Gorman, and he comes solo away with the ball. He's looking for support. There's none coming. He drills it up along the field. It'll go to Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's. He gives it to Colin Kelly of Stradbally. Colin on the run. Tackle all sides. Brought to the ground. No whistle. But comes back up with the ball and takes on the Dublin centre half back again. Jerry Brennan then kicks it inside, but kicks it to the right and wide. Little bit of selfish play on that occasion by Colin Kelly of Stradbally, because he had players all around him shouting for the ball, up to the goal for the score himself. Having been under such pressure, brought to the ground, had to get back up again, had to fight for it, and eventually he goes for the score, but of a tail way out to the right and wide. 3 wides for Laois, 2 for Dublin. On the scoreboard, Dublin lead by a single point. 4 points to a goal for Laois. Laois in the bottom of the queue. Brendan Quigley drills it across the middle, but it's taken by Kieran Murta. Murta chips a little ball across the far side. Midfielder Brendan Phelan is there for Dublin. He's tackled by the Laois corner forward, Michael Tierney. Still in possession of the ball, still Tierney applying the pressure. Then a long relieving kick, clearing the line for Dublin. Way down along the field. Oh, Healy goes in and takes a great ball. Having a super game. He was dragged to the ground. Referee says play on. Craig Rogers kicks it, ball straight away. It might work out all right. Colin Kelly is there, and Kelly's ball to the ground. There's red-haired Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's. And the free is to Laois, and Craig Rogers will take it. 45 metres out. Laois with only a goal in the scoreboard, but it's enough at the moment. Colin Kelly of Joseph chips it across the far side for Michael Tierney to chase after. Michael J. Tierney, he gets to the ball first. He was just touching behind, and then the Dublin cornerback Willie Lowry comes away with it, working it out of defence. He tackled by the corner forward for Laois. Colin Kelly, good tackle, forced to over carry the ball, and the free in is for Laois. A chance to equalise. Michael J. Tierney will take it. Scored 7 points for Ballyroan Rovers in the Laois Senior Football Championship quarter final last weekend. On the day, it just wasn't enough, but a superb performance by the young man, only 17 years of age as well. 16 I think he is. Could have 2 more years at minor level. He'll take this one 20 metres out to the right of the post. Perfect position for a left-footed kicker, but remember the strong breeze blowing against him. This could put a size level. 16 minutes gone, chips it in. Great kick for Michael Tierney. And Laois are back on level terms. Michael Tierney, expertly placed kick against the breeze from the left-hand side. Sides are level, a goal and a point for Laois. 4 points for Dublin. 17 minutes gone in this opening half. This is good play from Laois against the breeze. Up to go in the middle. Quigley bunches it down. Rogers tips it away and back on the run. He's McNulty ahead of him. His intended pass is blocked down. It comes back to Colin Kelly of Stradbally. Kelly tips the ball forward for McNulty. McNulty's in the square on the ground. Punches it over the bar. It could be. Is the referee giving it? Is he giving a penalty? He's giving the point. Peter McNulty with a punch point. He was brought down in the square. He elected to play on, but that was great play. Craig Rogers with a pass inside. Chris Bergen was there. The Laoismen were moving well. They're back into the lead. They lead by a point, 1, 2 to 5 points. That was a super score. It could have been more. He had only the goalkeeper inside, but he was on his knees when he punched the ball. Out to come in the middle. Unfortunate there was Craig Rogers. The ball won by Brendan Phelan for Dublin. Across the far side taken by Barry Kennedy. Kennedy still going forward. Tries to go by Chris Bergen. Bergen is in pursuit. Gives the ball to his wing half back Ian Ward. Ward on his right boot now. Punches it back to his centre back Jerry Brennan. A big build up by Dublin. Long ball from Jerry Brennan. Out over the end line and wide. Generous round of applause for that effort from the Dublin lad, from the Laois supporters who were here in their thousands at Dr. Cullen Park. Not an empty space to be seen all around the ground. The wind beginning to howl. But Laois lead on the scoreboard by a single point. We're into the second quarter of the game. 18 minutes and 25 seconds gone in this opening half. All-Ireland Minor Football Championship replay. Brendan Quigley breaks it down. It comes to the Dublin man Ian Ward. Ward going forward, punches it. Brendan Quigley got a touch to it. In fact, it was Colin Bergley, one-handed touch, just out over the sideline. The sideline ball will be to Dublin. Sideline ball, certainly in scoreable range, coming across to take it centre half forward. That's Barry Kennedy, kicked the opening point of the game from a little bit closer, but this is only about 25 or 6 metres out. The breeze is in his favour, it's blowing right into that goal. He'll aim it for the far post, kicks it in. He aimed it too far, but it's dropping short in the square. Danger is still here for Laois. Ball drops down. Conor Gorman takes it. Little bit of a sidestep, and then a long ball up along the field, out into an open space. That space is filled now by the wing half back Ian Ward for Dublin. Ward gives it forward to his midfielder John Coughlin. Dublin building up again, looking for scores. They should have them with the breeze. A great block down by Colin Begley. Super play, and again he blocks it down. Oh, that's great defending. Quigley's back there, up along the wing. Up towards Michael J. Tierney. He's beaten for the ball, but ball out over the sideline by the cornerback. And here the Laois crowd applaud that effort from the Laois men. Super defending by Laois. Twice in a row, the Laois full back was there to block the ball down. Long ball drilled up along the wing by Peter O'Leary. Cut for the Dublin man by Brendan Phelan. Kicks it across to the side of the field. Over here is Healy. Cahir Healy slips to the ground, back on his feet again. Big Dublin man tackling him. He leaves him behind and going forward. He's pulled and dragged. Still with the ball is Healy. Kicks it, knocks it, he was kicked. But give the ball forward to Donny Brennan. Donny drills it in for big Colin Kelly. Kelly being held inside. Tries to push his man off the ball. That's the corner back Aidan Downs. Downs to his goalkeeper, Kieran Walsh. And Walsh walks it out along the field. Dublin, John Coughlin. Huge ball down. One down for John O'Hara. O'Hara takes it. Stapled in pursuit. O'Hara still going. Holds onto his shirt. Turns and twists. Stapleton, he goes by Stapleton this time. There is Cahill Ryan trying to stop him. This is a great run inside near the square. The Laois men are there and taken. Oh, super play. And the ball drilled out, but it goes out over the sideline. But that again was super play by the fullback Cahill Ryan. Taking the ball. The Laois men converged on John O'Hara. He had gone a long way. He was heading for the goals. He was trying to get a shot in. There was three men there, and eventually the ball cleared away, but out over the sideline. 21 minutes gone in the opening half. Laois lead 1-2 to 4 points. Mark Vaughan curls this one in. Dropping inside in the square. It's broken down. There for Laois is Niall Dunicker. Dunicker comes soloing out of the ball. Punches it forward. Two Laois men were there. Brendan Quigley takes it. He throws a dummy but lost the ball behind him. Took his eye off it. Dublin are back on the attack. Is Brendan Phelan the midfielder? Blocked down by Quigley. But there was two Laois men there. The referee said it was illegal. The Laois crowd didn't agree. But the free is for Dublin. 40 metres out from their own, from the Laois post, and a chance to equalise. The free will be taken by full forward Kevin Leahy. 22 minutes gone. Laois would have to be happy with the way they have contained Dublin, getting a couple of scores themselves. They lead by a point. The Laois chant goes up around the ground. You can hear it, I'm sure. Chanting Laois, Laois, Laois. But the ball is drilled in, it's put over the bar. Good score from Kevin Leahy. Lee with a 40-metre free. Puts the sides back on level terms. 1 goal and 2 to 5 points. We have 22 and a half minutes gone in this opening half. Kick out will be taken by Conor Gorman against the breeze. Laois were in possession coming out at the time. Brendan Quigley just couldn't hold onto the ball and then punished to the maximum when the foul was committed. Put over the bar, size level, 5 points for Dublin, 1-2 Laois. Conor Gorman, these are mighty gig out against the breeze. Up they go on the far side. One by Dublin, and their wing half back, Kieran Murta, drills it down along the middle, taken by Rory Stapleton, he gives it outside, Peter O'Leary is there. O'Leary, on this side of the field is Niall Dunicker, brought heavily to the ground. And the crowd, Laois crowd didn't like that. He rolls over, the referee, Michael Hughes, and their own has the book out. He just puts a number into it. But a great interception, great play by Niall Dunicker from Courtwood. And the medical men are in to have a look and see if he's okay. Time to take a breather. The game being played at a frantic pace. 7 minutes left in this opening half. The sides are level. 1-2 for Laois, 5 points for Dublin. Cahir Healy coming across to take the free, I'm sure. Comes across to take the ball. Has a few words with the wing half back. Healy, 16 years of age, won't be 17 until late in December. Just misses being under 16 this year by a couple of days. He's a minor again next year. He could be a minor in 2 years. The things had to work out a little bit differently. But the free will be for Laois. Niall Dunicker's back up on his feet. Generous round of applause for him. About 45 metres out from his own end line. He's looking for support. The support's not coming. Dublin are marking very, very tight indeed. He hoists one high into the air. Colin Kelly of Stradbally. He's under. He breaks the ball down to Brendan. Wing centre half back. That's Colin Begley. Begley to Donny Brennan. Brennan changed direction to the far side of the field. Michael J. Tierney. He couldn't hold the ball, but he was fouled. The boot was in. And the free in is for Laois, but that was super play. Brendan Quigley giving it to Donny Brennan. Brennan is running rings around the man who would be the star of the Dublin team all year. That's their captain and his full back, key and clear, dragging him out the field, got the ball, delivered a lovely ball across. There was 3 Laois men there. Michael Tierney went for it. He was tackled with the boot in as he did, and the free now is for Laois. Colin Kelly of Stradbally will take it. Chance to put Laois ahead again. 24 and a half minutes gone in the opening half. Kelly paying plenty of attention to it, composing himself, Every kick is vital in an All-Ireland minor football final replay. The Dublin crowd jeering behind the goal. Kelly curls it in, comes off the post, back down in the square, and taken by the midfielder John Coughlin. Well, it looked to be curling over the bar. Laois win it back in the middle of the field. Craig Rogers on the run. Rogers is brought to the ground. Referee says get up. He punches it forward Brendan Quigley. Quigley a little chip this side for Colin Kelly. Kelly wants to work for this one. Goes down on the ball. Tackle from behind. Down again he goes on it. Tackled by the cornerback Aidan Downs. Chips it across the middle. Chris Bergen wins the ball. Bergen going forward. Tackle, throws the dummy. Still Chris Bergen on the right boot. But he kicks it to the right and wide. Great effort by Chris Bergen, but just wide of the post. Laois deserved the score out of that. Colin Kelly's kick from the free from whatever, about 35 metres off the upright, and then Chris Bergen wide. Stopwatch says 25 and a half minutes gone. The kick out comes from Kieran Walsh, broken down by Quigley in the middle of the field again. Dublin central half back Gerard Brennan launches a long one down the field. Stapleton is out to this one, takes it cleanly near the sideline, kicks it up along. The boot came in, the boot is a Dublin player. The ball was intended for Colin Begley. Begley got there all right, but the Dublin boot was in before him. Wing half back Niall Donegal will take it. Dublin tight in defence. Donegal's kick goes up along the sideline. Big Colin Kelly's under. He breaks it down beautifully for Peter McNulty. McNulty's away on his bike and going forward. Gives it for Donny Brennan. Brennan in the square. The shot, the goal. A great point from Donny Brennan. Oh, that was super football. You won't see better than that any day of the week. And Laois go into the lead again. 1 goal and 3 to 5 points. But Donny Brennan with an absolutely superb score. Colin Kelly breaking it down brilliantly for Peter McNulty. McNulty inside into Brennan, and Brennan like a train that could have gone anywhere. Up the goal in the middle. The foul committed. 2 men went for it. Brendan Quigley was in late. And the referee gives the free to Dublin. Brings it forward because Quigley didn't get away from the ball quickly enough. 27 minutes gone. 3 minutes in the break. Laois lead by a single point. 1-3 to 5 points. The free for Dublin. Drilled down by John Coughlin. Taken inside by Kevin Leahy. Leahy onto the right boot. Turns and kicks it over the bar. His third score of the game. And Laois will have to be tighter. Certainly have to be tighter on Kevin Leahy. Level again for the third time in the game. Kevin Leahy finding the space. There's changes in the defence. Mark Vaughan has gone to full forward. Cahir Healy's gone into the full back position for Laois. But Dublin, snapshot, 27 minutes gone, are back on level terms. The linesman coming in to have a word with the referee to see how much additional time is to be played. We're trying to keep an eye on it from the side of the field. The kick out comes from Conor Gorman. Up to go in the middle. Laois would want to hold it now at half time. It's taken for Dublin by Kieran Murtagh. Murtagh tackle all around. Over carry the ball and touched it on the ground. That's great play by Laois. Great play by Laois. Craig Rogers will take it. 3 men around him. None of them fouled him. Forced him to come in the foul. Kick forward. Taken by Donegal. That's a controlled soccer style on the ground. He gives it back to Begley. Begley slows it down. Then a left foot a kick up along the wing, but the ball straight out over the sideline. His intentions were good. They were aimed for Chris Bergen and Colin Kelly up along the wing. It was just a little bit too wide. 28 minutes gone. The size level in the All-Ireland Minor Football Championship Final. 1-3 for Laois. That's a great catch by Colin Begley, and he punches it forward into an open space. Craig Rogers fills that space and comes away with the ball. Forward to Chris Bergen. Bergen turns and kicks the ball. A mighty ball inside. It might work out all right. Oh, but good covering by Aidan Downs for Dublin. Donny Brennan was there waiting for the ball inside. But the free to Dublin quickly taken outside of Jerry Brennan. Dublin one more scored before half time, having pivoted again in the opening half. On the run is Ian Ward. Ward still going forward. Tackled by Chris Bergen. Stopped by Bergen. Still at the ball. Blocked down by Bergen. Cahir Healy goes in and breaks the ball away. Chris Bergen wins it. The boot was in and Bergen rolls over. And the referee will call back the Dublin player. But that was super defending by a Laois wing half forward. Chris Bergen has done it right throughout the game, following back his man. He followed him, Ian Ward back, he harassed him and eventually got in front of him. Ward took the kick. He was there to block it down, then took the breaking ball and now wins himself a free. He'll receive attention, 45 metres out from his own end line. 29 and a half minutes gone, and the announcement says there'll be 2 minutes of additional time to be played. The sides are level. 6 points for Dublin. 1 goal and 3 for Laois. Chris Bergen's back on his feet. And the free, I'm sure, will be taken by Craig Rogers. Craig back on his own 45-metre line. The Laois captain, leading by example, was going to kick it off the ground. Now has it in his hands. Kicks a high one now, tailing up the far side. Big Colin Kelly's under it. He drakes the ball on one-handed again. It goes to Chris Bergen. Bergen cuts through a couple of Dublin lads. Inside to Donny Brennan. Donny dropped the ball. Has it back in his hands. He's a real wispy right wide player. Still going forward. Donny Brennan. A little chip inside, but overtook Curry the ball. Or was there a tackle? A third man tackle, I think. A third man tackle off the ball. I think it was by Brendan Quigley. And the free out is to Dublin. 30 and a half minutes gone. The sides level. A minute and a half left to be played. The ball straight to Cathal Ryan, the Laois number 3. He punches it up for Peter O'Leary. O'Leary takes it, loses the ball, leaves it behind him, fights to get it back, and does very, very well indeed. And then coming in to gather up is Begley. He gives it across to Craig Rogers. Confident football by Laois. Long ball forward. Donny Brennan tries to win it inside. Brennan after the ball. He goes to ground. He gives it back to Colin Kelly of St. Joseph. Kicks it high. Way across. The wind took it and tailed it across Laois's 5th wide of the half. 5 wides for Laois, 3 wides for Dublin, 6 points for Dublin, a goal and 3 for Laois. The sides are level, 31 minutes played. Laois would certainly be happy with his first half performance against the Gale. They'll have the benefit of it in the second half. But the wind never won a game for anyone. A great catch from Colin Kelly of Stradbally. He slips the ground. He gives it back to Big Brendan. Oh, a high tackle around the neck, Brendan Quigley. The free race play on. Still Quigley going forward. He's cut in the middle. Puts it back inside to Chris Bergen. Bergen with a kick. It's blocked out. But he was fouled as he kicked it, and the free in is to Laois. Oh, more superb play by the Laois men. Passing the ball around, putting it together. The free is to Laois. Well, maybe Michael Tierney will take it. Michael Tierney, 35 metres out, in front of the post, left-footed kicker. This will give Laois the lead at half-time with 32 minutes played. A big intake of breath. The chest goes out. He slows it down. Up he comes, kicks it, and kicks it over with the bar, and Laois lead at half-time. Michael J. Tierney gives Laois the lead, 1-4 to 6 points. The foul was on Chris Bergen. We won't have much more time left in this opening half. The referee blows the half-time whistle. And hear that round of applause. It's a standing ovation from both teams as they leave the pitch. Superb football from Dublin, superb football from Laois. But Laois, against the breeze, have really risen to the occasion. They got rid of their nerves, they got rid of the Croke Park syndrome, they've taken the game to Dublin, and they certainly, with the aid of the breeze, must have every chance in the second half. But don't count the chickens yet before the eggs are hatched. At half time, it's Laois 1-4, Dublin 6 points. That's right, it was very tight, but Laois have the advantage of the breeze in the second half as the referee looks at his watch, looks at both watches, throws in the ball a half an hour away from All-Ireland final glory. Will it be Laois or will it be Dublin? Foul committed straight from the throw in the centre of the field. That free is to Dublin. They launch one forward. Laois now with the breeze. Can they take advantage of it? Inside to the full forward for Dublin is Kevin Leahy. But it's cut off. Oh, good play. Again, good play by Colin Begley back there. Well, Colin Begley or Cathal Ryan, both very alike. Centre half back and full back, but the free is to Laois anyway. Kicked way down along the far side of the field. The wind behind him. Colin Kelly goes highest. That's Colin Kelly of Stradbally, of St. Joseph's, should I say. The red-haired Colin. Back inside to the middle to Craig Rogers. Rogers off on a shoulder run. Show 2 dummies. Back under the left boot. Chips it down along the wing for little Donny Brennan. Donny, the ball hops into him. Donny now at corner forward. Kicks it straight across the middle. The chance of Darren Beater back down. Oh! A penalty! A penalty for Laois! A penalty! Only 50 seconds gone. A super ball from Donny Brennan inside to Peter McNulty. McNulty grabbed it in the big square. He was taken out of it cleanly, shoulder high under the ground, and the referee had no hesitation in awarding hand stretched out. Laois have a penalty and an opportunity to start the second half, to get a tremendous start to the second half. Peter McNulty taken down in the square, but what a ball across from Donny Brennan. Brennan giving the perfect ball. McNulty's back on his feet, and the chance now for Laois. Who will take this one? Is it Colin Kelly? It's Colin Kelly of Stradbally. 1.5 minutes gone in the second half. A chance to put Laois in the driving seat in this All-Ireland Minor Football final replay. The referee going in to have a word with the goalkeeper. He's telling him something. He's not to be moving off his line, warning him he must stay on that line. Now he's ordering the players back. Referee Michael Hughes and Tyrone. Colin Kelly. This is an important kick, make no mistake about it. Up he comes, kicks it. A great save! Brilliant save! Tried to place it in the right corner. But with 2 minutes gone, the save brought out it's a 45-metre free. Colin Kelly not happy with that. He's having words with somebody inside. One of his opponents' words being exchanged. The referee keeping a close eye to it. But his shot saved by Kieran Walsh. Well, that would have been a great start to the second half for Laois. They'll have to do it all again. Ideal opportunity. The goalkeeper didn't move out from his line, but he moved crosswards, got a hand to it, blocked it out, and then it went out for a 45. Michael J. Tierney with the 45-metre free kick. Kicks it high. It's curling. It's all about. Well, that's super. 3 minutes gone in the second half, and Laois extend their lead to 2 points. Michael J. Tierney from Ballyrone, a first cousin of team captain Craig Rogers, 45-metre free floated over. Quigley goes highest in the middle of the field, catches a great ball. He'd been pulled, he chips it across this side. Dublin cornerback gets there first. That's Willie Lowry. Lowry in possession. And coming away, gives it to midfielder John Coughlin. He launches a long ball up. It's caught by Mark Vaughan. Vaughan taken on the Laois defence. The ball knocked away by Cahir Healy. Healy doing so well on Vaughan. On a great interception then by Cathal Ryan. But Dublin now is possession of the ball, making their way forward. Full forward Kevin Lee scored 3 first half points. Busting forward in his Francis Fitzgerald, the corner forward, but he's brought the ground, and there's great defending back there by the centre half back Colin Begley, and he boosts the ball down the field. McNulty goes in, chips the ball up, he was fouled from behind. Great defending by Laois. Super play to win themselves a free. Begley did all the work, did the hard work, knocked the ball away. Cathal Ryan back there defending tigorously. Laois with a huge opportunity. The referee across the far side bringing the ball forward 50, 60 yards right to the middle of the field because a Dublin player was fouling a Laois player off the ball. Coming across the leg, Chris Bergen. This one is all of 55 metres out between the 65 and 55 metre line on the far side of the field. Bergen from the heat, he's a big kicker of a ball. Can he guide this one through? It's a massive kick, dropping short. Up goes Colin Kelly, grabs the ball, outside to Donny Brennan. Up. Wonderful score from Donny Brennan. With a point. The free was from Chris Bergen from all of 55 metres. And then it was a great catch inside by Colin Kelly. That's Colin Kelly with the red hair. Laois lead by 3 points. And here the crowd behind him. Up to go in the middle again. The ball boxed down by Craig Rogers. Won back by Dublin and big John Coughlin. Coughlin gives it outside and then takes a Laois man out of it. He took a Laois man out of it off the ball. But play goes on the other end of the field. It's Willie Lowry. A long punch ball across from Francis Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald taken on Cahir Healy. Still Francis Fitzgerald going forward. Stops, checks under his right boot. Kicks it in. But kicks the ball wide. First wide in the second half for Dublin. The pressure being applied by the Laois defence. Cahir Healy was back there. He seems to be knackered after that. It was a long run back, but it was well worthwhile. He's marking the real danger on the Dublin side. It's Mark Vaughan. Kick out comes from Conor Gorman. The chant of Laois, Laois, Laois goes the ball around the ground. Up to go in the middle. The ball is won by Dublin and Ger O'Mara. O'Mara drills it across to the far side. Work to be done here. The danger man Kevin Lee, he wins it. The full forward. Cathal Ryan is in pursuit. He stops him, he checks him, but Lee still at the ball on his left boot, kicks it inside. Gorman's out to it. Tackle in possession of the ball, but then clears a huge ball down the field. Chris Bergen goes highest, but he's beaten for the ball by Ian Ward. Ward back on the attack for Dublin. This Dublin team won't lie down, but the ball inside. Foul is committed off the ball. Foul committed, I think, by Craig Rogers. And he shakes his head in disgust because the chance for Dublin to narrow the gap. The free is 20 metres out in front of the post. be taken by Kevin Leahy. It is against the breeze, but it's a perfectly kickable shot. Places the ball. The place goes quiet. Dr. Cullen Park. Biggest crowd in Dr. Cullen Park for years upon years. Biggest I can remember seeing here for many today. And getting full value for their entrance fee. Up he comes, he curls it in. It's over the bar. Kevin Leahy from a free narrows the gap to 2 points. 1 goal and 6 to 7 points. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Laois, great start in the second half. Could have been better had they converted the penalty award. But that is history now. The ball comes out to the middle. Dublin win it. It's under half back Gerard Brennan. Brennan foul going forward. Dublin win a free. Kick forward Ian Ward. Ward up along the wing. Stapleton is out to it first. But foul from behind as he was coming for the ball. The ball ran away from him. But he gets himself a free. Rory Stapleton will take the free. Son of Martin Stapleton from Mananock. A high ball forward. Colin Kelly goes highest and breaks the ball down. On his feet, in come Michael J. Tierney, but the referee I think might throw the ball in. He'll throw it in. Was it a free to Laois? No, he's going to throw it in. Brendan Quigley, the two big men, the number 8 and number 9. Dublin bring on a sub.
John O'Hara has been replaced by number 20, James Grogan.
John O'Hara, who started, is going off. And number 20, James Brogan, is coming on. James Brogan. Is he one of them famous Brogan footballing family? Gone off is John O'Hara. Referee will throw in the ball. He wants the players nearer to him. Away from it, there's pushing and shoving going on in all directions. Up they go. Quigley lies back into him. But the ball cut over his head. Great catch by John Coughlin. Coughlin missed the Leinster final. But back with a bang. And at the other end, Caharini just to have fouled Mark Vaughan. Dublin win a free. They're back in this game. Sean Dempsey's on the sideline, urging his men on at the Laois men. Dublin in possession. The sub getting his first taste of the action. James Brogan, Mark Vaughan. Vaughan punches the ball inside. Dublin, chance of a goal maybe. Leahy with the ball. Laois force him out. The ball back outside to Barry Kennedy. It'll drop short. Dublin men are in under it. Vaughan wins it. Knocked away by the Laois goalkeeper. Then the feet taken off under the Laois man right inside in the square, but Conor Gorman was bravely off his line to break the wall away from Mark Vaughan, and the free out is to Laois and Conor Gorman will take it. Dublin have come back so strongly against the breeze, showing the great football team they are. They are the Leinster champions. They beat Laois and Leinster decider by only 2 points to the finish, but by much more really in general play. A draw match the last day, 2 points behind today. Again the ball cut in the middle of the field by John Coughlin. He's outshining Brendan Quigley today. Quigley will have to regroup himself, get back into it. Dublin back on the attack. It's Gerard O'Mara. O'Mara taking on Peter O'Leary. Punches the ball forward for Gerard Brennan. Brennan on the run, gives him hit to Mark Vaughan. The pass inside for the midfielder. Brendan failing. The chance inside in the square and booted away. Booted out by the Laois men. Desperate stakes by them. The ball fell at the feet of James Brogan. He couldn't finish it off in time for the goal. Dublin back on the attack is Barry Kennedy. Kennedy goes for the score. Yes! No! Just to the left of the line. It looked to be a point. The umpire seemed to be reaching for the flag. He was getting out past the post with the hands outstretched, much to the delight of the Laois crowd. Just 3 scores in the second half. 2 for Laois from Michael Tierney and Donny Brennan. The other from Kevin Leahy for Dublin. 1-6 for Laois. 7 points for Dublin. 10.5 minutes gone in the second half. Up to go in the middle. Again Dublin win the breaking ball. It's Kieran Murta. Murta on the attack. Still going forward is Murta. McNulty's in pursuit. Inside to Vaughan. Vaughan cuts open the Laois defence and going forward. The ball taken off him. Super play by Colin Begley, but he's blocked down. But Laois men are there in numbers. And one of them is Caharini. He bursts out with the ball, he's foul coming out. Little bit of messy play by the Laois lads, giving the ball away a couple of times in the last few minutes and being penalised. That time they weren't penalised because Caharini was back there to defend. His hands are on his knees. He's run himself into the ground, but a long way to go yet. Cahar up to go the other end of the field. The ball bounces down. The Dublin cornerback is out to it first. Donny Brennan comes from behind. Tackled by Donny Brennan from all sides by the little man. The referee is the book out. Referee would double on with the play, but the referee would have book out. He's having words with Donny Brennan. Donny says I was fouled inside first, and Donny giving as good as he gets, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a wise shut mouth would be a better job at this time. Could this be a yellow card for Donny Brennan? He's still arguing the toss with the referee, and the referee is shaking the head with him. Well, he gets a yellow card. He'll have to watch himself. Referee at the end of the day is the boss. The linesman's calling the referee across, saying something to him. Maybe he's telling him that there was another bit of pulling or shoving going on. And now the Dublin number 6 is being called across. Backing off the ball, Donny Brennan's having words with his marker inside, pushing and shoving each other. He's calling the umpires inside. It's a yellow card for the number 6 as well. Getting a little bit niggly, but Laois lead by 2 points. But Dublin are full of fight and full of football. They're back on the attack on the far side of the field. Corner forward, Francis Fitzgerald. It's taken away from him by Begley. Begley then puts in the boot. The boot was in too strong. The boot was in from Brendan Quigley. Quickly taken free by Dublin. Anxiety about them, but it's early days yet. Barry Kennedy's in possession. Pushes the ball across, but Laois win it. On the way out the defence, showing a lot of the ball was Craig Rogers, but he delivers the ball across. Good play. Good play that time before that by Niall Donicker. Long ball down. Peter McNulty turning, twisting with the ball, looking for support. Support comes to Donny Brennan, long ball forward. Brennan was tackled from behind. He goes chasing after the ball again, and knocked to the ground off the ball is Donny Brennan. Wins himself a free, and probably wins himself an Oscar as well. But the free is for Laois, and Chris Bergen going across to take it from the left hand side. Chris Bergen, a right footed kicker. This one is about 40 metres out on the far side of the field. That's the new stand side at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. Michael J. Tierney was running out looking for the quick pass. Chris will go for the pot himself. Kicks it in. It's over the bar. Chris Bergen, 40-metre free after a foul on Donny Brennan. And Laois lead by the goal again. 3 points between the sides. 14 minutes gone in the second half. Laois have scored 3 to Dublin's 1 in the second half. Can they keep it up? Kick out comes on the far side. Quigley goes highest. Punches the ball down. Chris Bergen is in. Heavy tackle and Bergen as he won the ball. Foul committed. The full-back and captain Cian Clear was disgusted. He committed a tackle. He committed a foul. He wanted a sideline ball on the far side of the field. Bergen will take this one again. Right on the 45-metre line. He takes a couple of steps back. His manager Sean Dempsey is right behind him. 3 points Laois lead. 15 minutes gone. Bergen kicks a massive ball in around the square. Colin Kelly's up there, punch it down. Under the corner, shot. Oh, out for a 45. The boot was in from Peter McNulty. Colin Kelly broke it down. It bubbled around the square. McNulty was in there, and McNulty kicking the ball just wide. Hear the roar of Laois crowd. Laois, the chant. Chris Bergen wins it back. 45 metres out. Back outside to Craig Rogers. Down along the wing to Donny Brennan. Brennan wins the ball. Inside to McNulty. McNulty goes by Cian Clear. Wins back the ball again. Puts it back in for Colin Kelly. Shot for Kelly. Oh! A goal! Colin Kelly of St. Joseph has rattled the back of the net. What a move! Bergen to McNulty to Brennan along the end line. McNulty again, and Laois are 6 points clear. We've 16 minutes gone in the second half. Ball picked off the ground. Play waves on. Dublin back on the counter attack. 2-7 to 7 points. Laois lead. Dublin ball punched forward into the path of Gerald O'Mara. Dublin come looking for the goal again. It's Gerald O'Mara punches the ball inside. Ball hooked out by one of the Laois men. On his knees inside. That defending was it Colin Begley. Colin Begley it was. Falling backwards. He got a hand to it. He hooked it out. He was fouled as well. He gets a free. 14 metres out. 16 and a half minutes gone in the second half. 2-7 for Laois. 7 points for Dublin. The free is taken out of the hands by Conor Gorman. It's a massive one. It's punched down. Chris Bergen wins it. Bergen on the attack and going forward. Chips the ball inside. A dreadful pass. Laois might win it. Tony Brennan has it. Brennan kicks it high too hurriedly. McNulty's under it. The ball is broken by McNulty. 14 yards out. Under his left boot. He kicks it in. It's over the bar. Peter McNulty puts Laois into a 7-point lead. 2-8 to 7 points. That was again super play by Laois. Walking the ball down the field. Again it was Bergen who was involved. It was Donny Brennan who was involved. And it was McNulty as well. The kick out coming. And something happening off the ball. Who's been called out? Now eventually the man who had been persistently fouling Donny Brennan, he got a yellow card a minute ago. He's been called out. It's a moment number 25 on his back, and the programme doesn't tell us who he is. We haven't been told from the sideline. He's in at full back. The kick out goes straight across over the sideline on the far side of the field. Dublin captain Cian Clear is out marking Colm Kelly. Number 25, whoever he might be, is in at full back for Dublin on Donny Brennan. The sideline kick be taken as by Donnchadh on the far side of the field. It was Craig Rogers launching a high ball in. The ball broken down. Coming out is the number 25. Outside he gives it to Brendan Phelan. Phelan stops, checks, loses the ball, has it back in his hand again, gives it a Cian Clear. 2-8 to 7 points Laois lead. 18 and a half minutes gone in the second half. Up along the field from Dublin. Ian Ward launches a high one. Chasing into it is Gerard O'Mara. O'Mara across. He wins the ball. Peter O'Leary tries to hold him out. It's still O'Mara. Still going forward with the ball. Still chased by Peter O'Leary. O'Leary takes the ball off him. Brilliant play. And Cahir comes away with it and wins himself a free. Oh, what football. What defending by Peter O'Leary. He followed him like a dog after a bone and eventually got to him. Took the ball off him. Cahir takes it up. They win a free. It's whooshed outside by Craig Rogers. Cian Clear goes highest, the Dublin captain, trying to rally his men. He gives it forward. He threw a box and he did it. Gerard Brennan, the centre half back, on the attack, runs into Peter O'Leary. Fall to the ground. Referee with the boot out. And we'll call Peter O'Leary. Looks at his number, it might be only a ticking. We'll just take a little bit of a breather. 19 and a half minutes gone. A little over 10 minutes left. Laois lead by 7 points. 2-8 to 7 points. Have we another sub? No, we've got an out from Tommy Murphy. We thought he was telling about another sub. Somebody's lost. There's nobody lost on the field. The free is to Dublin. Be taken by the full forward, Kevin Leahy. Leahy hoists a high one in. Jumping in around the square. Up to go. The ball broken down inside. Quigley's back in there. Quigley is there. Got a boot to it. And great football. Oh, that's so great by Craig Rogers. Chris Bergen. Long ball down. Donny Brennan gets out to it. Brennan goes diving in. Comes up with the ball. Kicks it inside for Peter McNulty. McNulty got finishes one off. Turns and checks. And kicks it wide. Oh, it really deserved more. Great play by Donny Brennan. Down to Peter McNulty. McNulty was inside his man, but he checked back onto his left boot. And somehow he hooked the ball. He hooked it wide. Kick out comes to the side of the field. Very near the sideline. Ian Ward gets it, kicks it back in. It's blocked down by Gerard O'Mara, and he's blocked down by Brendan Quigley, and Quigley knocks him to the ground. The free is to Dublin. Dublin are in a hurry. There's urgency about them. 2-8 to 7 points. 21 minutes gone in the second half. The ball forward to John Coughlin. Coughlin kicks it up into an open space. Back there covering is Cathal Ryan. Midfielder Brendan Quigley is back. Looking again to see. Near the sideline. He's blocked down. The Dublin player going in. It was a full back, Cathal Ryan. 3 big men back there for Laois. And Cathal Ryan, the full backer, took the ball. He was blocked down. Michael Hallows coming on for Dublin, number 22. Kieran Murty, who started the game wearing number 17, has gone off. We have another sub on as well. We didn't see him. He's wearing number 25. 21 and a half minutes gone. Laois rise to their team again. Thousands of amours in him. Carlo up to go in the middle of the field. A mighty catch by John Coughlin. took it out of the clouds, down to the ground, he's fouled. Pushes the Laoisman out of his way, it's Colin Kelly of Stradbally. Takes the free, kicks it cross field to his partner Brendan Phelan. Phelan's on the run, 22 minutes gone. Back comes Phelan, inside to Vaughan. Vaughan in possession, back to Brendan Phelan again. Dublin trying to race it through. Brendan Phelan, jersey being fouled, the free in is to Dublin. 20 metres out from the Laois goals. Little bit more, will they be satisfied with the free? Coming to take it, Kevin Leahy. 8 minutes left in the game. 8 minutes left, the Dublin manager is there. He's Kieran O'Hare, Brendan Horton, Shane O'Hanlon and the great Mickey Whelan are all the backroom team in Dublin. As Leahy kicks it in, kicks it over the bar. Dublin with only their second score of the second half. 22 and a half minutes gone. Kevin Leahy with a free, but there's still 2 goals between the sides. 2 goals and 8 to 8 points. The kick out will come again from Conor Gorman. He's in no hurry, why should he be? Laois lead by 6 points.
13-year-old, will you go to your father? Is that the ambulance at the scoreboard side, please?
Scoreboard is wrong, 2-8 to 8 it should be. Chris Bergen wins the ball from the kick out and on the run. Kicks it down along the middle. Down where Donny Brennan. Brennan wins possession. 35 metres out, onto the left boot. Goes for the score, but just to the right and wide. Oh, he really is on fire, little Donny Brennan at full forward. Winning everything that's kicked to him, no matter what way it comes, and deserved the score that time. The kick out will come against the breeze again from Kieran Walsh. Up the go. Ball punched down by Brendan Quigley, but it's won by Dublin. They were there in numbers. It's punched forward to John Coughlin, the big man, the big midfielder. Forward to O'Mara. O'Mara up along the wing. Across the far side was Begley. Begley shepherded the ball out over the sideline. Backed into the Dublin player, and the sideline ball is to Laois. Be taken on the far side by Niall Donnachar. Donnachar. We have 24 minutes gone. The ball breaks down. It comes to Colin Kelly of Stradbally. Runs into one of his own players. Kicks it across the middle. Chris Bergen wins it. Tackle as he got it. Runs into a number of players. Holds onto the ball. Down to Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's. Right for the kick from him, but he was blocked down. Blocked down by Cian Clear. But the ball comes back to Chris Bergen. He gives it across to Colin Kelly of Stradbally. He goes for the score and he kicks it to the right and wide. Laois having pot shots, but this game is not won yet. There's 6 minutes left. 8 to 8 points. 8 to 8 points. Up the goal in the middle. Chris Bergen wins the ball. Tackle as he's going forward. Taken out of it as he kicked the ball. And the free is to Laois. A rough foul on Chris Bergen. Just about to kick the ball from 23 metres out. And the legs taken out from under him. The referee not taking any action against the Dublin player. But Bergen, Laois would have chance to go 7 points up. But Bergen, what a game he has had. He has been absolutely outstanding throughout. Superb display from the Heat man. He's been everywhere, up and down the field. He's receiving attention on the ground. At half time it was 1-4 to 6 points. 1-4 to 6 points at half time. Laois leading by a single point. Laois missed the penalty at the start of the second half, but have tacked on 5 points to Dublin's 2. And the announcement from Tommy Murphy over the public address that when the game is over, the gates at all corners of the field will be opened to allow the crowd to come onto the field, greeted with a great cheer. They're not stopping them coming on in Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. He asked them not to come over the wire to use the gates as the free is taken with 25 and a half minutes gone. MJ Tierney kicks it in, puts it over the bar. MJ Tierney pushed Laois back into a 7-point lead again. 2-9 to 7 points. We have 26 minutes gone. Another sub on for Dublin. This time the announcement said it's number 23 Willie Moore. That's their 4th substitute. Didn't see who went off. The Laois crowd are singing. The Dubs passing me by are singing. Even though they're beaten. At this stage they're beaten. In possession. Peter O'Leary gives it to Michael J. Tierney, 60 metres out. He launches a high one inside for Colin Kelly. Kelly knocked off the ball as he gathered it. Referee waves play on. Kelly goes back and tackles his man. The ball is run back for Laois. Kick back out into the middle. Craig Rogers wins it. The captain goes for the score. The puts it over the bar. Gregor Rogers, his second score of the entire championship. He started out as a defender, but he brings Laois's total to 2 goals and 10 points. That's 8 between the sides. 27 minutes gone, 3 minutes left. That was great play by Colin Kelly. Up to go in the middle again. Laois surely on the way to the 3rd All-Ireland minor title. 3 minutes left to play, plus whatever time the referee adds on. But Laois are 8 points clear. 16 points to 8 or 2-10 to 8. Dublin on the counter-attack. Brendan Phelan launches one forward. Taken by the wing half forward. The substitute, in fact, James Brogan. Brogan on the run. Being held out by Rory Stapleton. Still Brogan. Stapleton knocks the ball away. And back there is Chris Bergen. Back in the half back line. Back in the full back line. His tackle and foul coming out. And Bergen brought to the ground. What a performance from Chris Bergen. From every position on the field. He has been absolutely superb. 28 minutes gone in the All-Ireland Minor Football Championship replay. 2-10 for Laois, 8 points for Dublin. The ball kicked across this side of the field for the free from Conor Gorman to Brendan Quigley. Quigley launches a long one, down the middle. McNulty grabs it, turns his man, gives it to Peter O'Leary. O'Leary on the run, the ball knocked away from him. Back there is Cian Clear. Clear boots the ball away. It comes to Chris Bergen. Bergen a little chip down for Colin Kelly of Stradbally. He chases to the end line. He wins and he turns. He's been tackled. Back across the middle. Poor one. McNulty went in. He was in late. He commits the foul. The free to Dublin. 28 and a half minutes gone. Second half. Long ball up along the sideline, but straight out over the sideline. Frustration in the Dublin ranks. The whistles go up. Laois won it all to win, but there's another minute and a half. 2 minutes of additional time to be played. That's a little over 3 in all left in the All-Ireland minor final. Colin Kelly of Stradbally wins the ball. Turns, twists, back down along the middle, kicks it in high. Big Colin Kelly's in there, beaten for this time by John Coughlin. Oh, was it a big number 25? Yes, it was him, whoever he is. The free is tricky. John Coughlin takes it, kicks it up along the far side. Craig Rogers intercepts the ball. Won back by the Dublin midfielder Brendan Phelan. He wins a free. The Laois crowd gather down outside the gates. They want to chase onto the field to acclaim their man. There's time left to play. There's almost 3 minutes of time. 2 minutes of additional time. Brendan Quigley chasing Gerard Brennan. He fouls him. The free for Gerard Brennan. He takes it about 50 metres out. Chips it forward. Inside towards Mark Vaughan. Vaughan scores goals against Laois both days out. On the run again. Kicks it in. A great save by Conor Gorman. But it's in the back of the net. A goal for Dublin. A goal for Dublin scored by number 20 James Brogan. Dublin get a goal, but is it too late? 2-10 to 1-8. 5 points now between the sides. 29 and a half minutes gone. Great save by Conor Gorman, but the number 20 I do believe was in there. James Brogan could kick the ball to the back of the net. Gorman just couldn't hold the ball, parried away from him. Out to come again. Substitution on the Laois side. Colin Kelly of Stradbally, been replaced by Ian Fleming, I think it is. Players getting a chance in the closing minutes. Colin Kelly of Stradbally gone off the team. See in a moment, I think it was Ian Fleming come on. The ball comes high. Up goes Brendan Quigley, breaks the ball down. Taken by Craig Rogers. Rogers goes to ground, tries to punch it forward. Trying to keep it in play. Or Laois, but it's won back by Dublin. The foul committed in the centre of the field. A late flourish by the Dublin men. 20 minutes and 50 seconds gone. A minute and some seconds left. The gap is 5 points. A punch across the middle. Chris Bergen intercepts it. Super play by him. MJ Tierney down to Colin Kelly of St. Joseph's. Chris Bergen's calling for the ball. The ball forward to Chris. He's on the run. The shot from Chris. Oh, comes off the post. Off the post was Chris Bergen. Looked like he had a goal to cap a great performance. Chris Bergen off the butt of the upright. Did everything right. Open goal chance. Back come Dublin on the counter-attack. 31 and a half minutes gone. On the run is Brendan Phelan. He has tried his heart out, but his ball's cut off by Cathal Ryan. punches it outside into no man's land. Cahir Healy got a boot to it, punched it out to the middle of the field. Won back by the number 12, Gerald O'Mara. O'Mara is fouled, takes the free quickly. So the linesman has a flag up on the far side. Play goes on. Cahir Ryan is back there. So also the winger back, Niall Donegal. He kicks it out over the sideline. 32 minutes gone. Time with me is up.
Number 13, Mick Tierney, has been replaced by
Michael Tierney. Michael Tierney, huge round of applause for him. Some coming on. It's the number 20, it's David Murphy, who scored a point the last day that brought his game to a replay. Getting another run. The Dublin hoist the ball in around the square. Up go the fist. The ball is punched back outside. One last chance for Dublin. In around the square again. Dublin in possession, trying to force. Bergen's in there again, trying to force the ball through. It's kicked away. Back outside the key and clear. Clear, chips it back in again. Up goes Gorman, but the ball is over the bar. Too little, too late. Key and clear getting a point for Dublin. 1 goal and 9 to 2 goals and 10. 30, it's all over! It's all over! And Laois are the All-Ireland champions! Laois are the All-Ireland champions for the third time in a row. They celebrate. The crowd rush onto the field. They can't open the gates. At the end, the crowds are busting out behind them. They're coming in from the left. Now they have the gates open, and now they acclaim their heroes. What a performance from Laois, beaten in the Leinster final by Dublin, coming back to draw the All-Ireland final, having beaten Tyrone and then Kerry, and coming into the day at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow, turning on the style, leading by 8 points. Dublin coming with a goal and a point for a late flourish, but it was too little too late, and now the crowd stream onto Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. What a sight that has to be behold. Dr. Cullen Park has never seen anything like it before. Laois win their third All-Ireland title in 8 years. They lost one along the way as well, but what a second half performance. Had the luxury of missing a penalty, but the all-important goal coming for them deep in the opening half. They got, of course, it was at least getting the opening goal in the game from Donny Brennan, and that really put them on the road. Against the Breeze in the opening half, the game was won. It was super football. Against the Gale, they led at half time, won 4 to 6 points. And in the second half, with the aid of the Breeze, as I said, they missed a penalty, but also kicked off some wonderful points. All-Ireland champions again, Laois. The final score in the All-Ireland Minor Football Championship final, Laois 2-10, Dublin 1-9.
I would like to pay a special tribute to Eddie Byrne and all the Carlow County Board for their wonderful efforts in organising today's game for us, and particularly the wonderful job they have done here in Dr. Cullen Park. Well done to them. In thanking everybody for coming, I want to particularly pay tribute to the Taoiseach who made a special effort to be here today, and thank you for all the games is gone to this year in Croke Park and around the country. We appreciate Tisha. Come over. Also a special word of praise to our referee and all the referees and linesmen and umpires who served us so well during the entire playing season. Come out in the race. For Dublin, it has been a very good year because only 8 days ago they won the Under-21 Championship for the first time ever. They won the minor Leinster title and they fought gallantly to the very end today. Come on, get by our day. And it's just a show race. But for Laois, it has been a very special year. Winning the Leinster Senior for the first time in 27 years. And clapping it high off with victory today in the All-Ireland minor title. It's a wonderful year for you, and now it gives me great pleasure for Ulton, from Newcastle, Con, Avena, as our captain, for Ulton, in all the talk, in Craig Waters.